What is up, guys? Welcome back to Overspray. Well, in today's video, we're going to be playing around with some PlastiDip. And of course, the stuff I picked up, I believe I picked this stuff up from Walmart. So PlastiDip, now I'm pretty sure everybody is familiar what PlastiDip is. It's basically a removable rubber coating, and works pretty well. I also went ahead and picked up some tack cloths also from Walmart. And what we're going to be PlastiDipping today is going to be the truck emblems. Alrighty, boys, so I pulled up to my garage real quick, and before I get started, I just wanted to mention a few things. Now, first and foremost, this truck has already been washed, so anytime you want to use a any painting coating in general, like if it's paint or PlastiDip, you always want to wash the vehicle, make sure you get any contaminants off or anything like that, because that is very super important. Try to keep dirt off of whatever it is that you're trying to paint. The other thing I did want to mention as well is anytime you also want to paint or PlastiDip chrome parts or trim pieces, you usually want to scuff the surface, right? You want to create what's called a mechanical adhesion. Well, in this case, we're not going to go for the mechanical adhesion. All right, so before we get started, I'm just gonna go ahead and tape off the area. I do have some masking paper and tape. I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick, and then we'll get to the painting part. Alright, so I just finished up taping up all the emblems. As you can see, the world's worst tape job. And I went ahead and did the emblem in the back as well, all covered up. And then last but not least, of course, went ahead and finished up the driver's side as well. Not going too much in detail in between the letters, as you guys can see right here. As long as it'll focus, there you go. That's because PlastiDip is peelable, so I'll be able to peel off any remainder that's around the emblem. As long as you have just a tad bit of space in between, you should be able to peel it right off, no problem. And yeah, the PlastiDip is really not going to stick that well to the paint of the truck regardless, but I did want to protect it from any overspray. And the reason why it's not going to stick too well to the paint is because I did wash the truck today, and I also used some sprayable wax on the paint, and even the actual tape that I'm using is having a trouble sticking to the truck. So yeah, so let's go ahead and continue on and get this thing going. Right, so first step I'm going to be doing is grabbing some wax and grease remover and go ahead and remove any wax or grease that's on the emblems, and then go ahead and start with the PlastiDip. Alright, so just finished spraying the first coat probably about 5 minutes ago, and it's already starting to look nice and black. And this thing does require you to have a 30-minute window between coats, so we're gonna have to wait 30 minutes. Alrighty, so not quite 30 minutes yet, but go ahead and touching the surrounding surface, and it looks like it's ready for a second coat anyway. So yeah, we're gonna disregard the 30-minute wait time and just go on with the second coat. Alright, just finished applying the second coat. So we're just going to give that some time to finish flashing off, and maybe even go for a third, but right now it's got pretty decent coverage. This stuff covers really well, so I don't think you're going to really need to go past 2 coats, but I'm going to go ahead and take a look at it real quick, see if there's any spots I might have missed, and if I did, then I'm going to go ahead and probably do a third, but at this point it's looking like it's not going to need a third coat. So right now I'm just gonna wait and hopefully start peeling it off, and then peel off any remaining edges that we need to peel off in order for this thing to look tits. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out how the emblems are turning out. And man, they are looking sweet. Super smooth, I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and touch the paper that's next to the emblem, see if it's already dry. Yep, it seems pretty dry to me. Let's go ahead and check for coverage. So I'm looking at the bottom of the emblem to see, make sure that there's plenty of coverage, and it does look like there's plenty. Also looking at the inside of the letters, making sure that there's coverage in there, and it looks okay. So I think we're gonna be okay to start unmasking. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the truck. And the V6 emblem back here looks good. Also coverage on the bottom, so that's nice. I did get a little bit of overspray. I don't know if you guys can see it, but a little bit past the tape, there's a bit of overspray, and that's all right. I can probably easily wash that off. That is the beauty of PlastiDip. Now, here is the other side. Go ahead and check on the bottom here. Make sure that there is coverage, and we're looking good. Actually, I think I'm gonna give this a little bit more time because I do see in between the on the M is still a little bit wet up on top. So I'm just gonna give that a little bit more time, and then we're gonna go ahead and peel the masking tape. Alright, so I went ahead and peeled all the masking tape that was around the emblem, and as you guys can tell, well, hopefully you guys can tell, let's try to get some light on it. There you go. Alrighty, so I went ahead and peeled most of the masking tape that was around the emblem. Now, as you guys can see, the in between the emblems or the letters, I still have a little bit of PlastiDip. I went ahead and peeled this one already, and I'm going to just show you a real quick trick. What I'd like to do is, before I use that, get a spatula, like a little plastic spatula, and roll the edge of the PlastiDip that you want to get, right? So just going to roll the edge real quick, just like so, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab a piece of tape. Grab a piece of tape right in between where you want your where you're trying to grip, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's catching that rubber, and it just makes it super easy to peel off, just like that. So that's what I'm going to be doing, is going to go around the rest of the emblem and try to get as much of the peelable PlastiDip off the rest of the emblems, as you guys can tell, and then that way we got a nice clean looking emblem. Alrighty, so it is the next day after PlastiDipping all the emblems, and let's show you guys what it ended up looking like. Alright, so here is the little V6 emblem. Came out real nice. And here's the Tacoma emblem. Dang, look how good that looks. I ended up peeling where the C and the O is, but the A's, the A were a little too it's like too narrow to peel in the inside, so I just left them the way they were. And yeah, man, the truck, it makes a big difference, believe it or not. It looks really good. Alrighty, boys, well, that's enough from me. Gotta go pick up my daughter. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay spraying, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.